What's up, guys? Okay, welcome back. A couple of hours ago, a thread popped up on Reddit, like about 6 to 7 hours ago, of supposedly, again, these are all fake, as we know, nothing confirmed, unconfirmed rumors from the OCG about the Link Range Spec 2, what is it called? You know, the OCG banlist as well, the legendary Duelist 4 themes as well, and Savage Strike, the new upcoming set, or one of the new upcoming sets in the OCG starting October, or pretty much early October, right? I'll leave a link in the, at least in the video description, to this thread on Reddit, and again, supposedly unconfirmed rumors. At least it's also being, at least it's not really confirmed, right? But you know, Neo Arcadia from the YGO organization, Yu-Gi-Oh organization website, one of the top people also there, pretty much also tells us that it's pretty much, or you know, nothing confirmed and fake. And from what we've learned from the past is that these rumors, right, from the OCG is, at least from what I know and from my experience, is in like 100% of the times these were all fake, or eventually turned out to be fake. Same for like the supposed leaked OCG list, like a couple of months ago, that was fake. And before that we also had multiple leaks from like OCG banlists, card reveals, etc. And again, from what I remember, those were pretty much always fake. So please don't make hasty decisions of, you know, buying cards or whatever, even though this is OCG, like, you know how it goes, right, on the market, and people are definitely going to take advantage, even though this is still unconfirmed and 99.9% sure that it's fake. So again, please be aware, right? First thing that's supposedly leaked, and again, unconfirmed, you know, as we can see here, is first of all the supposedly new OCG banlist. Again, the OCG recently got their list some time ago, and they will get their new list October 2018. A couple of things, as you see here from the most recent Road of the King website, their current format, as you know, is pretty much Sky Striker still, even though they were hit on their most recent list, and Altergeist. So both these decks are pretty much the current top decks in the OCG, with like small percentage of like Thunder Dragons, etc. But as you see here on this supposedly you know, leaked list, two forbidden cards, both being MX Saber and Voker, which I get, right? The card is always involved into do shady stuff, but again, why now? Don't really get this. And Mega Cannon Soldier, again, pretty much just following both brothers of the regular Cannon Soldier and Toon Cannon Soldier being banned, right, in the OCG against FTK shady shenanigans. A couple of cards here on this supposedly leaked list, or you know, rumored list, is two Sky Striker cards, both Kagari and Engage. As you know, the token generator was already put to 1 in the OCG, but it didn't really do that much, since Sky Striker again is pretty much still the best deck in the OCG, and then hitting Kagari and Engage again is a huge hit for Sky Striker. So Gold Sarcophagus again is one of those cards that makes this somewhat shady and not really, you know, believable, I guess. The only reason I see Gold Sark being limited is maybe because of Thunder Dragons, I guess. You know, Gold Sark is a super strong searcher, but again, if you look at the percentages, Thunder Dragons, even though it's of course a very strong deck, a very strong engine, it's not really doing that much, right? Two cards coming off of the list, again, probably super shady, and you know, both of them here, both Ancient Fairy Dragon and Level Eater, supposedly will be released again off of the list, but with an errata. Ancient Fairy Dragon will again, you know, both its effects of both destroying a field spell and special summoning from your hand, you'll be limited to one of those effects once per turn, right? Same for Level Eater, also will be or would be getting an errata, again once per turn, its reborn effect from the graveyard, and I think this leak also tells us that it's not going to be able to be used for a Link summon if it was reborn using its effect. But as we saw from previous years, I think that we had a couple of times that we are, or at least we would we already had like a supposed leak where Level Eater would get an errata, but again that was fake as it was proven later on. Semi-limited here on this supposed rumored list, again Altergeist, Multifaker and Meloseek. We also see Omega being put to 1, since as you know Omega is put to 1. At least was put to 1 a couple of years ago in the OCG, but put to 2 here on this particular list. Zodiac Red Pier, I don't think that's too why? Why would they put Red Pier back to 2, right? Again, that just doesn't make sense. Necroface as well. Tour Guide, again a strange pick. I think the OCG does have multiple copies of Terrortop. Not really sure about this, but okay, 2 Tour Guide, I saw not. Well, that might be believable. Same for Necros Cycle, since again, as you know, Shirt, I believe, is at 3 in the OCG, was coming off of the list for the OCG. So Cycle, okay, that's one of those believable cards. Same for True King's Return, right? Unlimited, Shadow Construct, and Winda. Again, both these cards aren't really making an impact. Alistair, the Invoker, okay, this commander with the errata. Edge Blossom was put to 2 earlier, I think, so again, put to 3. Fossil Dick and Emergency Teleport, okay, and I think Cosmos is almost at full force, right, with multiple Dark Destroyer in the OCG, but again, as I mentioned before, this is probably not going to be true, again from experience in the past of supposedly leaked OCG list, which again was proven fake multiple times in the past, so again this will probably end up fake as well. This on the other hand again was interesting, and I still decided to make a video again, just again warn everyone, don't make hasty decisions like buying cards, even though this is again OCG news. Again, the new Link frame spec, as we all know, was, revealed I think like last week or a couple of weeks ago, that we will be getting like 20 new Link monsters for somewhat older archetypes, right? And the list here, there are some okay, archetypes that we can definitely believe, but there are definitely archetypes like why? It again doesn't make sense. So again, supposedly for this rumor we see Performages are supposedly getting links. Same for the Phantom Knights here in the Link frame spec too, but I think it was leaked earlier, with again credible leak, that we in a TCG would be getting a Phantom Knight Link monster, so again, doesn't really make sense. Speedroids getting a Link monster. Predaplant, again, Predaplant, again, very strange, since Predaplant, I mean, wasn't really, or at least hasn't been like a deck on its own right, other than the small splashable engine of the, Scorpio shenanigans and Fusion Searches, Melodious and Lunalight as well. DDDs, this is, okay, this is definitely something we can believe. I mean, I made a prediction video last week, and DDDs was definitely on there. Abyss Actor, okay, Pendulums do have fun in the form of Electromite, but Abyss Actor is again a very strange pick, and apparently it's also put here on this page is that the Abyss Actor one should, or at least is also able to special summon or link summon itself using the Abyss Actor spells and traps as material. So again, very, very strange. Yeah, Red Dragon Archfiend, Blackwing as well, so looking at the 5Ds eras here. Okay, Blackwings, they got more support throughout a couple of series, like past months, like past years, so that's definitely believable. Same for Infernities. TG, again, very strange. Chronomelies as well. Gaga Gas. Shark, this is definitely very fishy. Constellars as well, also one of the older archetypes. And here the last 4. This is interesting. Dragonities, as I mentioned before in a previous video, again, very believable, since, Dragonities got more support recently of more tuners and more synchro monsters. Same for Yang Zing. Stellar Knights, following just, the trend of Burning Abyss getting one, Shadow's getting a Link monster, so this, again, definitely will happen, but this doesn't, at least this will definitely happen, but this doesn't make this particular rumored list being real, right? And the last one again seems very fishy. True Draco getting a Link, right? A deck that doesn't really use its extra deck, but will be getting a Link. It might happen, right? Just supporting the archetype or supporting the card series of True Draco, but again, doesn't really seem too likely, right? A couple of other themes for the Legendary Duelist 4. I mean, we see like Stardust for Yusei, yeah, Resonators for Jack, Plants, Morphronics, Infernity's TG, Fortune Ladies as well. And last for Savage Strike, we got a leak yesterday, yeah, and that of course was confirmed, right? That was real yesterday of 3 leaked cards being like a new pot card, you know, a new dual pot card, a new solemn card, as we saw, and I think a new, somewhat like a Dark Factory of mass production card. These 3 cards were leaked, I think yesterday or the day before, so that's correct, of course, from the new set called Savage Strike, released in the OCG early October, but I think for the TCG would be like January or February, and supposedly again themes that would be released in Savage Strike. Again, it seems fishy. Cybers, Trickstars supposedly getting new support, Gogis as well, Salamangreat, okay, that can be true. It's a new archetype, Shira Nuis, again a debut Link monster, and Speedroids as well, legacy support. So again, I will just leave a link in the video description, so please don't make hasty decisions of, you know, buying cards or whatever, right? Just people are going to make advantage of these leaks, and from experience from the past, I think in 100% of the situation, or at least from these leaks, was always fake. Okay, guys, that's it. Thanks for watching, and feel free to leave a comment or a like if you enjoyed the video. Lithium signing out. Peace.